Red Hood and the Outlaws issue 12, Scott Lobdell writing, Dexter Soy on art. We finally ended the Artemis arc that he was really displeased with.
Hating.
And
Let's not beat around the bush. I hated that shit.
so let's find out what issue 12 holds.
Issue 12 is part one of the life of Bizarro. And of course, I have, generally speaking, praised the Bizarro segments of the book for being the highest quality.
Did you like this issue? Did that happen?
Parts. The parts where Bizarro was actually there. The problem is, if you recall, which I know you don't,
No, I
the,
don't.
the end of last issue was Bizarro dying after he flew up to the sun. So for a lot of this issue, he's kind of just dying. He's lying on a table while the others go and do stuff. Which is the worst part of the issue because I have to listen to Jason and Artemis talk for 6 pages. That's rough. But basically, we actually start with a tease of this mystery person breaking Solomon Grundy out from Arkham. Well, we see them. They're in a park bench. It's like, hey, I broke you out, for a reason. You're gonna go and bring terror to Gotham. We don't see who this person is, of course, and I don't care enough to speculate. But basically, the issue is then Solomon Grundy going on a rampage and doing what he does, and we get some stuff of Artemis and Red Hood going and fighting him, and it's fine. It looks good again. I can't fault the art. Dexter Soy is a great artist, but the issue gets interesting and half decent when Bizarro he wakes up from this coma. He turns out he's been listening still. He's he's got a superhero and he hears that they're getting destroyed by Solomon Grundy, and he goes, no, my friends need me, and he's like, and the nurse woman says, it's like, look, this is all well and good, but you're dying. If you go now, then you might not come back. And he goes, yeah, I know, and then flies out anyway. Like, he's actually quite heroic again. The only one of the team who is, but it's refreshing. But anyway, you get him fighting Grundy for a bit because kind of makes sense, doesn't it? This version of Bizarro, the way he looks against Grundy.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean they're very similar. They're both they're the big bulky, the white out skin. It's like, okay, yeah, let's do it. And at the end, then after this fight, you actually have Bizarro dying. He used up all his energy saving them, and his last thing is he asked for a favor, and he asked them to take care, and then he leaves them his little Superman doll that he has, which is
Oh.
quite nice. Yeah, I think it's adorable that he has a little Superman doll. I really do.
I feel like you're being very positive on this issue.
Oh no, I'm cherry picking the stuff, the Bizarro stuff. I've skipped over a lot of the other bollocks because I'm gonna try not to be too negative because I'm bored of being negative and just hating on it because I do just hate on everything else in this.
True. But your job is to talk about the whole book.
All right, fine. What stupid shit do you want me to talk about in the fight between the others? You've got them making awful puns. Obviously, it's based on Solomon Grundy says his name over and over, so they make jokes about they say that like Artemis goes no it's Artemis, they're saying their own names, and Jason complaining about the rhymes being shit, and ugh, it's just that stuff's tedious as balls, and I hate it. I really hate it. Yeah,
Sounds fine to me. Yeah, I don't know. Crack some jokes about. I feel like if these were.
I no. I think if they were good jokes, it would work, and if the timing was there for them, but it's
Hmm,
not
okay.
because the problem is they're all compacted into one section. It's like, here's the section where we get out all the jokes and puns on this, and then we'll move on to here's just the plain fight section, and then here's the Bizarro. So it's not interspersed very well at all. The pacing is completely off. Um, but then at the end, as Bizarro is laying there, presumably dead, and they've kind of spoke about how this has been, they knew it was coming because apparently in the first issues, Black Mask said that he had a shelf life. That he was going to die because it's hard to clone Kryptonians. Not that I recall that, because why would I? But then we actually end with Lex showing up, coming down, looking at the body, and just says intriguing. And I like Lex. I like Lex's relationship with Bizarro in past ideas. Obviously, we haven't had that at all with this version of Bizarro. So
it's interesting to see if Lex, being that he's not just the outright villain Lex right now,
yeah,
where does this go then if he's not treating him like that? If he's not wanting to try and utilize him as a Superman fighting device?
Right. Does he see that Bizarro has been, in the same way that he's been trying to live up to the Shield? Bizarro has been doing the same in his own way. So does he kind of see some, mutual respect in that, and that they're kind of doing the same thing? Maybe I think I'm giving Lobdell too much credit here, to be honest.
Possibly.
But it seems the obvious things to do, and I hope it does. But I am concerned that we go too long now without Bizarro. Like even a full issue, if he's dead all issue, that's going to be rough and tedious, and I don't want that.
I can see it. I can see it cutting to Lex a couple of times to do he's working on it, and then maybe just the final page he wakes up and that's it.
I can see that as well, and I'm not looking forward to that at all.
Well, we'll find out next month.
Yeah. Some great art though. I really want to credit Soy with his use of color, and he'll often do this. He'll literally spotlight a moment where he'll cut out all the background entirely and just leave it white and just leave the figures.
I don't know. Well, to be fair, it sounds like you had a much more positive time with this issue.
This is much better than the last arc for sure. It's probably, I don't know if I'd say it's the best the book's been. I don't know about that. Maybe it's probably the most Bizarro stuff, at least in one concentrated chunk.
Mm-hmm.
So in that respect, it was pretty good. It's just all the other stuff that comes before it that I'm just kind of going, all right, I don't care about this. Come on, skip through this. Of course, I'm not skipping through it because that would make no sense, and I wouldn't be able to actually say anything about how much I hate Jason and how awful he is, and Artemis is somehow worse.
I think I'll call that a 50-50 review. I feel like you liked half of that.
Yeah.
At least half, maybe more than half.
It's just under half if I look at it. It's just. And the thing is, I am skimming through the Jason side a little bit quicker, just based on that it's actually quite simple what they're doing. They're going out, they're fighting. There's not much going on with it.